I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. Why should we make sure that our babies can crawl fully with a good pattern before they walk? For some reason, this is very controversial, but let me explain to you the science behind it. And by the way, it has nothing to do with coming from a judgment perspective on parenting or saying that a child can't be successful if they skip crawling. It has nothing to do with that. So, when babies are born, they are born with something called primitive reflexes. So, like the thing where if you put your finger inside a baby's hand and they squeeze it and it's so cute and they're holding your hand, it is cute. They are holding your hand, but it's also a reflex. If you've ever seen them do the startle reflex where they throw both of their hands out to the side and they kind of look a little scared, that's called the startle reflex. And they have a bunch more reflexes. Now, when babies learn to crawl, they are using both sides of their body. They're using their visual field. And they have to turn their head. There's a lot of parts of crawling that are so important. It's just a fantastic activity for babies to be able to do. And when they crawl, the reflexes integrate. So that means they start to go away, right? I'm not an adult who has a startle reflex still, hopefully. So the reflexes go away through movements like crawling. However, when kids don't crawl and they skip just to walking, sometimes the reflexes stay in their body. And then later on, they can start to cause some issues. So they'll start to have symptoms like sensory sensitivities, difficulty with their vision. There's just a ton of things. Difficulty with attention. I did an OT evaluation for a second grader. She had a lot of difficulties with handwriting, just a lot of difficulties, right? And I had called her dad and I asked her dad, one of my questions when I do evaluations is, did your child crawl before they walked? This is why. And he said, yeah, I think so. We end our interview. He calls me back a few minutes later and he says, actually, she did this weird thing. She didn't really crawl before she walked. Come to find out, it was from this reflex. So again, it's not a judgment thing on any parenting styles or whatever. I've just seen kids struggle with this, and that is why I take the stance I do. It's something I've learned as pediatric OT. It's important to educate people, but also respect their choices.